Home Ministry achieves 90% KPI in first half of 2017. Navy found bodies of 8 remaining sailors involved in USS John S. McCain collision. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. You're watching the evening edition of News on 2. I'm Jessica Lee. Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Sri Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi said the Home Ministry achieved 90% of the 38 key performance indicators or KPI just within the first 6 months of this year. Now, speaking during the Home Ministry's monthly assembly in Putrajaya today, Datuk Sri Dr. Ahmad Zahid, who is also Home Minister, added that the figure exceeded the actual target of 69%, which should have been attained within the 6-month period out of the overall KPI of 138% set.
Semangat kerja sepasukan ini menjadi budaya di KDN, budaya di semua jabatan-jabatan dan agensi-agensi di bawah KDN. Inilah yang memberikan kejayaan pada kita. Bahagian-bahagian yang melepasi sasaran 70% hingga 600%. Seperti audit dalam, PL, PA, PVP, IM, SM, KK, PQ dan KF.
Datuk Sri Dr. Ahmad Zahid said PDRM meanwhile achieved 100% KPI in reducing the crime index for every 1,000 local and foreign residents and in community engagement at 82%. He also listed other achievements, among others, the Immigration Department's performance in achieving 143% in online passport renewal. The National Anti-Drugs Agency recorded 133% in enforcing the Drug Dependence Treatment and Rehabilitation Act, and the National Registration Department scoring 143% in getting My Kid ready for collection. U.S. Navy and Marine Corps divers have recovered the bodies of the 8 remaining USS John S. McCain sailors. Now, this was announced by the U.S. 7th Fleet today. 2 bodies were recovered last week. The guided missile destroyer had collided with merchant vessel Olnik MC in waters east of the Straits of Malacca and Singapore on August 21st. According to the U.S. Navy website, the incident is under investigation to determine the facts and circumstances of the collision. Meanwhile, Singapore Maritime and Port Authority MPA, who had earlier coordinated a search and rescue operation with the US, Australia, Indonesia and Malaysia, said recovery efforts on the vessel were ceased following the US Navy announcement of the recovery of all 10 missing crew. The police hope to wrap up soon the investigation into the shooting death of a policeman that occurred in Changlong on August 18th. Inspector General of Police Tan Sri Khalid Abu Bakar said police had found new evidence that could help identify the murderer. According to Tan Sri Khalid, police have detained 9 suspects in the murder case and are looking into the forensics report. Speaking today, he also noted that several more suspects may be detained to assist in investigations.
Dan kita telah menjumpai beberapa penemuan-penemuan yang boleh membantu kita untuk mengenal pasti siapa yang terlibat dalam perbuatan membunuh anggota kita ini. Dan seperti mana saya sebut sebelum ini, yang terlibat dalam perbuatan membunuh anggota saya ini tidak akan terlepas.
It was revealed that Bukit Aman policeman Sub-Inspector Abu Hashim, who was gunned down at a house in Changlong, Kedah, may have links to a firearms smuggling case he was working on. The police will establish a new 24-hour new immigration, customs, quarantine and security or ICQS complex in Bukit Kayu Hitam effective January the 1st, 2019. Inspector General of Police Tan Sri Khalid Abu Bakar said in line with the implementation, a meeting will be held between the police and stakeholders to finalize the plan. The ICQS is expected to solve the problems of traffic congestion and provide comfort to its users.
Kita tahu bahawa selepas custom, polis di pintu masuk itu, kemudian tu kuarantin lah, mencegah penyeludupan lah, aksem lah dan sebagainya itu, kita akan insyaAllah akan dihentikan, menjadikan satu saja pemeriksaan di sempadan itu dan akan dapat mengurangkan ketidakselesaan orang ramai yang melalui laluan daripada utara ke selatan.
Tan Sri Khalid also said that a total of 79 out of 149 applications for the Royal Malaysian Police have been appointed to fill in the positions at the ICQS in Bukit, Kayu, Hitam. He said this in a press conference held after delivering his message to the Kedah police staff in Alustar today. A woman escaped the death penalty for murdering her 22-month-old baby daughter, who 2 years ago, after the ICQS High Court ruled the accused to be of unsound mind when she committed the crime. Judicial Commissioner Siti Khatijah S. Hassan then issued an order under Section 348 subsection 1 of the Criminal Procedure Code that dictates for Daphne Pang Mei K, 28, to be placed in safe custody under the care of Hospital Permai Johor Bahru at the pleasure of the Yang di-Pertuan Negeri Melaka under Section 348 subsection 2 of the same law. When reading the verdict, Siti Khatijah said that although the court finds Daphne guilty for killing her child as the defence had failed to raise reasonable doubt against the prosecution's case, the court found her to be of unsound mind when committing the crime under Section 84 of the Penal Code. Daphne had previously been accused of abusing her third child, Evan Chi Sin Chi, aged 1 and 10 months, until death in a house in Taman Indah Padi, Pulau Sebang, around 5:30 p.m. on July 20th, 2015, in accordance with Section 302 of the Penal Code, which carries the mandatory death sentence. A total of 25 witnesses were called upon during the trial run since 2015. 4 British engineers pleaded guilty at the Pekananas Immigration Sessions Court in Pontian, Johor for abusing social visit passes. The plea was made after the charges were read before Judge Salawati D. Jambri, who later sentenced all 4 to a fine of 900 ringgit each. The accused, Stephen Jack, 58, Paul Leslie Smith, 56, Darryl Latham, 52, and Anthony Dixon, 52, were charged with committing the offence while working at a shipping company in Jalan Pekeliling, Pasir Gudang, at 11:30 a.m. on August 8th. They are charged under Regulation 39B of the Immigration Regulations 1963 and punishable according to Regulation 39 in the same regulation. Upon conviction, the offence provides a jail term of not more than 6 months, fine not more than 1,000 ringgit, or both. Coming up, Bentong declared as fresh air lung washing destination. Welcome back. Bentong, well known as an ecotourism destination, is declared as the first fresh air lung washing destination in the country. Tourism and Culture Minister Datuk Sri Nazri Abdul Aziz said the choice of Bentong as the fresh air lung washing ecotourism destination was in line with the Natural Blue Ocean Strategy, or NBOS, approach to introduce tourism destinations with product plus factors that could spur local economic growth. Datuk Sri Nazri said the move was in line with the ministry's efforts to promote new tourism products in the country rather than products that were already known. As a satellite town to Kuala Lumpur, he said Bentong has a variety of uniqueness that could not be found in other satellite towns such as Petaling Jaya, Ampang and Klang. He said this when opening the Bentong Cultural Arts Night and launching Bentong as the fresh air lung washing ecotourism destination at Dataran Bentong, Pahang. National diving ace Pendelela Rinong easily retained her 10-meter platform gold to take Malaysia's tally in the diving competition at the SEA Games of 2017 to 6 gold medals. Now, the Rio Olympic silver medalist amassed a 5-dive total of 341.65 points. Now, at press time, Malaysian athletes have chalked up 102 gold medals to lead the medal standings. And for the latest on the ongoing 2017 KLC Games, I now hand you over to Mohana Priya, who is now at the International Broadcast Centre, IBC, which is located at the Malaysian International Trade and Exhibition Centre, MITEC, in Kuala Lumpur. It's over to you, Mohana.
Thank you, Jessica. Rhythmic gymnast Amy Kwan grabbed the 100th SEA Games gold medal for the country in style by winning the ribbon apparatus final, while teammate Koi Si Yen dazzled with 2 individual apparatus gold medals. 22-year-old Amy put up a stunning show to take the gold with 15.75 points at MITEC this morning. It was Amy's second gold after winning the team final yesterday. Ko Si Yen emerged as Malaysia's biggest winner in rhythmic gymnastics with a total of 4 gold medals. The 18-year-old also won the clubs and hoop apparatus finals today. Her 2 other gold medals came from the team and individual all-round events. She also took the silver in the ball and ribbon apparatus finals. Youngster Izzah Hamzan bagged the ball gold to ensure that Malaysia made a clean sweep of all 6 gold medals in the rhythmic gymnastics competition. Izzah also won a silver in the clubs.
This goal for me, it's very, very, very important because I've been waiting for it for a few years, really, because I missed the last SEA Games and the previous SEA Games, and this is my first SEA Games as I'm a senior, super senior for them. And yeah, I'm really senior for them, and I'm the most senior, and then this is my first SEA Game, and I'm really, really thankful.
I just do my best because ribbon is my weakest, so I just do my best, give my 100% and do whatever the result is. I'm happy with Malaysian is giving this gold medal.
Very happy because all of us have worked very hard for it. This is bonus of what we have trained for. I'm very thankful for that, and I've proved to everyone, even though you have injuries, it's not the thing that can stop you from doing what you want.
Malaysia is guaranteed of a gold and silver medal in badminton in the women's singles event after Goh Jin Wei and Sonia Chia made it to the final. Last week, Malaysia won silver in both the men's and women's team event. Sonia, making her debut in the individual event, saw off Indonesia's Gregoria Mariska Tunjung 22-20, 21-13 in the first semi-final. Meanwhile, 2015 World Junior Champion Jin Wei upset third seed Pornpanwi Cho Chu Wong of Thailand 21-9, 10-21, 21-18. At the previous edition in Singapore 2 years ago, Jin Wei had to settle for the bronze medal. The last time Malaysia won gold in the women's singles event was way back in 2003 in Vietnam through Wong Mei Chu. Local football supporters have flocked to ticket counters at the Shah Alam Stadium as early as 10 p.m. yesterday to avoid disappointment in getting tickets to the men's football final between Malaysia and Thailand tomorrow night. Thousands of supporters had formed long queues at the ticket counters, which were only opened at 11 a.m. today, to ensure that they did not miss the chance to witness the match for the mother of all medals at the 2017 Kuala Lumpur SEA Games. KL 2017 Secretariat had announced that tickets will not be sold online at the 2017 website. Tickets for supporters of the home team were sold at the Shah Alam Stadium, while tickets for the Thailand supporters were sold at the Melawati Stadium. The match tomorrow begins at 8:45 p.m. Earlier, the venue for the men's football final was scheduled to be held at the Bukit Jalil National Stadium if it involved the Malaysian team. However, yesterday, the Football Association of Malaysia announced in a statement that the Shah Alam Stadium was chosen as the venue for the men's football final match. Malaysia confirmed its place in the final after edging Indonesia 1-0 in the semi-finals on Saturday night, while Thailand also advanced after beating Myanmar 1-0 in the other semi-final match.
Well, it's as our minister says the other day, he said, what we do, we'd love to have that gold medal in football. Because if not, it'll be like eating nasi lemak without the sambal. So we need that sambal. So it's good luck to the players tomorrow.
Malaysia's 2017 SEA Games and netball team avenged their 2015 loss to their rivals from across the causeway when the hosts clinched the gold medal 65-41 in front of a packed Juara Stadium on August 20th. For the team, there's no turning back now. After being crowned the Southeast Asian champions, their journey has just begun. So what's next for the girls? Amin Carlos talks to the person behind the winning team.
What an honor and pleasure for me to have Tracy Robinson, the head coach of the Malaysian team. Hi, Tracy.
Hi, how are you?
I'm very fine, thank you. Now tell us, when did you actually start coaching?
Well, I actually was 13 when I started coaching. My club wanted some coaches, and so I was playing at the same time, and I thought, oh, I'll give it a go. So I took a 10-year-old team, and we actually won the grand final that year.
Fantastic. And how many years have you been coaching?
That would actually give away my age. Yeah, slightly, I think that a long time.
Okay, and before this, you were definitely a netball player yourself.
I was a netball player. I didn't play for Australia, though I played for my state, and I've been involved in coaching at the top level for about 12 years in Australia.
And when did you come to Malaysia? Was it somewhere early last year?
Yes, January last year. I met the Malaysians in 2015, and I came and was coaching 2 weeks every month for the last year.
And when you did find the Malaysian team, all right, how hard was it to bring them to this level?
Oh, it was a lot of hard work, but, you know, the girls were fantastic. They really came on board with what we're trying to do. We tried to make them really accountable for their performances, but also the communication between them. You know, we had to improve those aspects to make sure that we're all on the same page.
So language was a small barrier?
Probably bigger than a small barrier. The reality was that we had players that spoke Malay, players that spoke Chinese, players that spoke Tamil, so I had to find something in common with everybody, actually communicate with them.
And now that we are the Southeast Asian champions, what is next, or what's in store next, or the next podium?
Well, hopefully the next podium will be Asian Championships. So that'll be held in Singapore next year in April. So we'll be, you know, working really hard to get ourselves, you know, the gold medal again.
And for the World Champion in Championships or World Cup in 2019,
yes.
Where would you have to be to qualify for that?
Well, we would have to be the top Asian nation, first of all, and then what happens, they take the top 20 teams, and to qualify that, we need to really win Asian Championships next year. So that's our first target, and then hopefully 2019 World Cup.
Will there be a lot more work to do, or you're satisfied at the moment and just polish here and there?
I don't think I've ever met a coach who's actually ever satisfied. So, you know, we've got some good young players coming through. There's definitely some skills that, you know, we really need to improve on, and we actually need more match play. We need more international match play to play against different teams, different styles to actually improve us.
Okay, now, we are already champions, and now to make more champions in players, not in teams, but what do we need here in Malaysia?
Well, number one, I think we need to get organisational structures right. You know, we need to play regular netball on a regular stage. Just our success here, we've got so many fans. There's been so much excitement around the team and our performance. We really need to be playing regular netball.
Okay, so there is hope for us to have a few more top-class netball players, but we have to start in school, right?
Most definitely. We went out to a couple of schools during this week after we won the gold medal, and the interest in the sport's absolutely enormous. But there's so many more players and so many more, you know, great netball players out there. So we really need to spread the message and, you know, get regular competitions happening throughout our schools so we can actually capture those athletes coming through.
Okay, before we wind off, will you be here along to see that Malaysia takes the World Cup?
My contract finishes on the August 31st, so after that I'll go back to Australia and have a small rest, and then we'll see. So